What is happening inside German football? Just days after Germany suffered one of the most humiliating defeats in its recent World Cup history, a completely different storm has erupted off the pitch. More than 150 police investigators have reportedly descended on the headquarters of the German Football Association in a dramatic operation that is now making headlines across the country. The timing could hardly be worse. Germany's national team has just been knocked out of the World Cup by Paraguay in a stunning upset. Fans are still trying to process the shock. But while the football world focuses on what happened on the field, authorities are now turning their attention to events that allegedly took place behind the scenes. So why were investigators sent to the heart of German football? And what exactly are they looking for? Let's take a closer look. Germany entered the World Cup, hoping to rebuild its reputation on the international stage. Instead, the tournament ended in disappointment. In Monday's round of 32 clash, Germany was eliminated by Paraguay in a result few had predicted. The defeat carried even more significance because it marked Germany's first ever penalty shootout loss at a FIFA World Cup. For a nation with one of the richest football traditions in the world, it was another painful chapter in a difficult decade. Since lifting their fourth World Cup trophy in 2014, Germany has struggled to recapture its former dominance. The team failed to advance beyond the group stage in both the 2018 World Cup in Russia and the 2022 tournament in Qatar. Now, another early exit has intensified questions about the direction of German football. But before the dust could settle from that defeat, a separate controversy suddenly exploded. According to reports from Bild, more than 150 police investigators carried out searches linked to allegations surrounding Euro 2024, the tournament hosted by Germany last year. Authorities are investigating claims of what has been described as preferential treatment, involving tickets and accommodation during the European Championship. The allegations suggest that match tickets and hotel bookings may have been distributed illegally to selected individuals described as favored guests. As part of the investigation, officers reportedly searched the headquarters of the German Football Association, commonly known as the DFB. The operation did not stop there. Investigators also examined town halls and city administrations in several locations that hosted Euro 2024 matches, widening the scope of the inquiry and raising fresh questions about how tournament-related privileges may have been handled. The strongest message so far has come from Herbert Roll, the Interior Minister for North Rhine-Westphalia. His comments left little doubt about the seriousness of the investigation. A football ticket is not part of a salary, Roll stated. He went on to deliver an even sharper warning. Anyone in the public service who expects a bribe will receive a visit from us. Those words underline the central concern driving the investigation: public trust. According to Roll, major sporting events such as the European Championship rely heavily on confidence in both the sport itself and the institutions responsible for organizing it. He stressed that authorities would not allow that trust to be undermined by what he described as invitations and tickets. At this stage, the investigation remains ongoing, and authorities continue to gather information. No conclusions have yet been announced. However, the scale of the operation alone has ensured that the story is now attracting national attention. For the German Football Association, the images of investigators searching offices are arriving at a particularly sensitive moment. The organization is already facing criticism after the national team's disappointing World Cup campaign. Now, it must also deal with growing scrutiny over events connected to one of Europe's biggest sporting tournaments. For Germany, this has become a week few football fans will forget. First came the shock World Cup exit against Paraguay, a defeat that will be remembered as one of the biggest surprises of the tournament. Then came reports of a massive police operation targeting football officials and public institutions linked to Euro 2024. One story is about failure on the pitch. The other is about questions being asked away from it. And together, they have created a challenging moment for German football. As investigators continue their work and more details emerge, all eyes will remain on the DFB and the authorities leading the inquiry. Will this investigation uncover serious wrongdoing? Or will the allegations ultimately prove unfounded? That answer may take time. But one thing is certain: Germany's difficult week is far from over.